Electric bicycles have undergone significant improvements since their initial introduction to the market several years ago now. With increasing competition in the e-bike industry, prices have actually significantly reduced. But finding an e-bike of decent quality for less than £2,000 remains quite a challenge. Well, there may be a solution. Engwe has introduced a bike that shines in the budget category, and it's priced at just little over £1,000. This is the Engwe Engine Pro. Now, this electric folding bike has a distinct appearance and is affordable while still being powerful. It is designed to be highly mobile and durable with large tyres suitable for various terrains. It comes with a large battery, full suspension, hydraulic brakes and an energy recovery system. And for those asking, yes, this bike is fast, powerful and fun to ride. And with that all said, let's first start by unboxing this product and see what we're in for. As I unboxed the product, I noticed that it required some assembly, which might seem a little daunting task at first. However, I quickly realised that the packaging included detailed instructions and all the necessary components to complete the assembly process. After following the instructions step by step, the assembly process was relatively straightforward, and it took me around just under 30 minutes to get the product up and running. Now, in regards to the design of this e-bike, it is certainly unique. I will admit the build quality is rather good, but with that comes one of its first drawbacks, and that is its weight. This thing is pretty heavy for a portable option. This e-bike weighs over 80 pounds due to the use of durable materials such as aluminium, steel, copper, magnets, rubber and that lithium battery. While it is a bit heavy for a portable bike, I was still impressed with the quality of its construction. Personally, I prefer my bikes to have a bit of heft to them anyway, as it gives me the confidence that they are made with high quality materials. And in this case, well, you can't deny that. However, it is worth considering this. If you are planning on carrying this around a lot, maybe on and off transport, it could become a deal breaker for you. It's just simply far too heavy. Now, despite this, I can't deny I really like the folding design of the Engine Pro. It folds into a nice and compact bundle, which makes for somewhat easier carrying if you can look past that weight. Now, the foldable design is really helpful when you have little space to store the bike, or when you need to put it in your car trunk. In my opinion, storing it is probably the only time you'll want to collapse it down, as carrying it around in this form factor, well, your arms are gonna ache. It's best just to push it. The folding procedure is pretty simple and similar to most e-bikes. The handles fold down, and then there is a clamp in the middle of the body of the bike, which when lifted allows the bike to fold in on itself. The Engwe e-bike is an excellent option for those who prioritise comfort during their ride. It features both front and rear suspension, which helps to absorb shocks and bumps, providing a much smoother ride. Now, the front fork is hydraulic and it works pretty well for pleasurable rides, but the rear shock isn't too fancy, offering up only basic suspension. However, when combined together with the front suspension and those rather large tyres, this design ensures a rather comfy ride. I have to admit, it handles bumps really well. Now, there's no doubt those tyres are certainly something to be in awe of. At a size of 20 by 4, these tyres are the ideal size for striking a balance between comfort and all-terrain handling. It seems to eat up any terrain with ease. Sometimes you'll find that larger tyres undoubtedly provide a smoother ride over obstacles, but they are beyond bulky and cumbersome, which can make them challenging to manoeuvre. But then again, on the other hand, smaller tyres can sometimes feel too rigid. I actually find this to be the perfect balance. Engwe has done a good job at offering a comfortable ride while still allowing for easy handling. The way this thing cuts around corners and handles overall, well, it's pretty sharp. I am a massive fan of the regenerative braking system on this bike. It is designed to capture kinetic energy while coasting and send it straight back to the battery. If you are a rider who often covers hilly terrain, this could prove to be a useful feature, as it can recover a significant amount of energy and in turn boost the mileage. The Engine Pro is equipped with a moderately powerful 48 volt 16 amp battery that is thankfully seamlessly integrated into the bike's frame. However, unlike other bikes though, the battery can be easily removed for charging, which is beyond a convenient feature for consumers. This means if you intend on riding this to a location, you no longer have to bring the whole bike in to charge it. You can chain it up outside and then simply just bring in the battery for the actual charging. It is so much more convenient. I think going forward this is the best way to implement batteries into e-bikes, because not only can you charge them remotely, but you can replace them if you need to, instead of having to just scrap the whole bike when the battery degrades. Now, the manufacturer claims that the battery can provide up to 62 miles of assistance, but this estimation is overly optimistic. In reality, the bike's weight can significantly affect the battery's range, and from my usage over the month, you can expect a more realistic range of 20 to 40. Now, before you say, I know that's not a helpful ball figure to go off, but it is important to note that several factors can influence the battery's performance, such as terrain, riding style, and weather conditions. Now, if you share my preference for cruising at a steady speed of 15 miles per hour, which is its top speed, and enjoy the thrill of high power pedal assist levels, then you'll likely get less range out of this bike. So if we take that all into consideration, the company claims that you can expect around 22 miles of range when the bike is using its full power. And in my experience, this estimate seems to be quite accurate. When using full power continuously, 22 miles isn't half bad. But do keep in mind, a lot of factors will change this, so don't hold me to it. The 750 watt motor generates enough torque to eliminate any resistance, which is why I always use the bike in at least pedal assist mode, obviously unless the battery is flat. There are 5 levels of assistance to choose from, allowing you to select the one that suits you best. At its peak, the Engwe Engine Pro has 1000 watts. This can be activated by simply tapping the left side thumb throttle, and although there is also a pedal assist feature, I usually apply a bit of a throttle at the start even when I plan to use the pedal assist, since there is a slight delay between when you start pedaling and when the power kicks in. Now, those tyres are by far what contributes to the nice ride of this bike. Just riding between different terrains is a pleasure. It drives easily over tree roots and stone paths. The hydraulic disc brakes have proven to be very responsive. I do highly appreciate that Engwe equips such a heavy bike with a suitable braking system because, well, it clearly needs it. The cockpit screen shows the battery life as a percentage, which I found to be quite a useful feature. However, realistically, I would only take this with a pinch of salt because the numbers change drastically. Sometimes the estimate is a little off. Now, the device does consist of buttons that can be used to change the modes based on the user's preferences, and additionally there are up and down arrows that can be used to adjust the levels of the device. And that's simply it. It is an easy bike to use. There is no smart app, unfortunately, but the bike's UI is more than good enough, offering up the basics needed. The bike comes equipped with all the essential safety accessories, including LED lights for both the front and rear, and fenders that automatically engage when it gets dark. These are certainly a must-have add-on for sure, not only offering safety, but adding a nice little touch to the bike. This bike also comes with a cargo rack that makes it a more convenient choice to carry a bag or backpack. The rack is one of the better additions to this bike for sure. However, if you feel it's not useful for you, it can be easily removed. Overall, this e-bike is perfect for both city riding and dirt trails in almost all terrain. It provides a lot of enjoyment and a rather comfortable ride. I have ridden this bike up big hills, on dirt tracks, and even through puddles without any issues. The addition of those large tyres just make for a very responsive handling experience. The bike's rugged style, comfortable suspension, and fat tyres are all appealing features that grab a lot of attention. In addition, the battery life is exceptional considering the weight of the bike. And while we're on the topic of the weight, well, it really is down to you. It is obviously a minor drawback, but to be honest, in the grand scheme of things, is it really a deal breaker? It is reasonably priced, with some impressive specs and an overall impressive build quality. And with that all said, be sure to check this product out in the link in the description. Let me know what you think. And as always, till next time.